The Mystery Creek Caves, located on the eastern outskirts of Southwest National Park, were first discovered in the 1880s. Initially constructed as a tramway to support a limestone quarry, these caves have become a popular site for adventurous explorers. The trail leading to the caves is generally flat and manageable for hikers of all levels. However, while the entrance area can be safely navigated, venturing deeper into the cave system requires prior experience, the right equipment, and suitable knowledge. It's highly advised not to explore beyond the entrance without proper training, as conditions inside the cave can be unpredictable and dangerous. On July 2, 1990, a group consisting of 8 14-year-old students and 3 teachers from Taroona High School embarked on a week-long adventure camp at the Education Department's S. Bronze Camp. Prior to the trip, the group underwent safety lectures, gear demonstrations, and inspections to ensure they were adequately prepared for the challenging expedition. Each member was equipped with appropriate safety gear, including ski masks, wetsuits, overalls, helmets, hand torches, and headlamps. The leader of the group, Mark Healy, was given a standard miner's lamp, which would later prove inadequate for the conditions they would face. The preparation aimed to ensure safety in what was expected to be an exciting but challenging adventure. The group's exploration began around 1 p.m., and despite less than ideal weather, the team decided to move forward with the adventure. Heavy rain had been falling throughout the day, creating challenging conditions for hiking. While on their walk to the cave, they encountered a man who had just returned from the cave entrance. He warned them that the water levels were too high and that he would come back on another day. His advice was met with disappointment from the group, especially the students, who were eager to explore. After some discussion, Mark Healy, the group leader, decided to continue, reasoning that the rain had lessened and the conditions might improve as they approached the cave entrance. As the group moved closer to the cave, the weather conditions seemed to improve. The heavy downpour that had been persisting throughout the day eased into a lighter drizzle, which lifted the spirits of the group. The excitement among the students grew, and the group felt more optimistic about continuing their exploration. The cave entrance was about a 30-minute walk from their starting point, and once they arrived, they were eager to explore. Healy led the group inside, navigating through the cave's various upper and lower sections. However, despite the excitement, the group was unaware of the increasing risks associated with the rising water levels within the cave system. As they continued their exploration deeper into the cave, Mark Healy began to notice the rising water levels. At one point, the group needed to cross a stream, and Healy had them form a human chain, linking arms to safely navigate the crossing. While this action was not necessary for safety, and in fact, was a risky decision, the students enjoyed the sense of adventure it provided. Healy, though increasingly concerned about the water levels, kept his composure and reassured the students. Despite the unnecessary risks, the group continued on, feeling the situation was under control. However, this would turn out to be a critical misjudgment, leading to dangerous consequences later on. While crossing another section of the stream, the group was caught off guard when one of the students stumbled and was swept away by the swift current. The young girl was quickly pushed against a rock wall, and panic set in among the group as they realized the danger she was in. The teachers and students attempted to help, but the situation quickly escalated. Healy, in a desperate attempt to maintain order, urged the group to stay calm. The 2 other teachers rushed to the girl's aid, while Healy focused on getting the remaining students to safety. However, in the chaos, the 3 individuals were quickly swept downstream, disappearing from sight as the current carried them away. After the students were safely moved away from the dangerous stream, Mark Healy turned his attention to the 3 missing individuals. He sprinted down the dry land, hoping to reach them before they were swept further downstream. But the rising water levels and difficult terrain made it nearly impossible. As he struggled to reach them, Healy lost a boot, hindering his progress. He watched in horror as the groupmates disappeared, swept away by the violent current, and his attempts to rescue them proved futile. Realizing the severity of the situation, Healy did his best to maintain his composure and protect the remaining students. He later led the children to a rock above the water, where they would try to regroup and avoid further dangers. By 6 p.m., when the group was expected to return, there were still no signs of the missing group members, prompting a search and rescue operation. The local police were alerted, and a search team, including experienced divers from the Tasmanian Cavalier Club, was dispatched to the cave. As the weather continued to worsen, the team made their way into the cave, which had become increasingly difficult to navigate due to rising water levels. With ropes, slings, and other equipment, the team made slow progress, fixing ropes across the stream to ensure they could safely move through the cave. After several hours, the rescue team located and rescued the survivors, who had managed to find a safe spot, but they were unable to find the missing trio that night. The search for the 3 missing members resumed the next morning at 11 a.m. However, the hope of finding them alive was rapidly fading. Mark Healy and the survivors had been rescued the previous night, but the mood was somber. Healy was visibly affected by the tragic events, his once bright and optimistic demeanor replaced with a sense of guilt and despair. Around 1 p.m., the bodies of the 3 missing individuals were recovered, and by 2:30 p.m., they had been removed from the cave and flown to the road via helicopter. An inquest later confirmed that the cause of death was accidental drowning. The bravery and composure of the survivors were acknowledged for their remarkable handling of the tragic situation. The tragic incident weighed heavily on Mark Healy, and the guilt he felt from the accident reportedly led to his downfall. His once positive attitude shifted to a broken and despondent state. 2 months after the disaster, it was speculated that the overwhelming sense of guilt contributed to Healy's death in Melbourne, where he tragically took his own life. The entire ordeal left an indelible mark on the survivors, and the bravery they exhibited in the face of such a traumatic experience was widely praised. The story of this tragic event serves as a reminder of the unpredictable dangers that can arise during outdoor expeditions, even with proper preparation. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible tales. Share your thoughts or suggestions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.